Hi, so this is graphing systems of inequality. So instead of two lines, we have two inequalities that we're going to decide whether it's dashed or solid, and then we're going to shade them individually, and then together we'll have a non-shaded region, two regions that are shaded once, and then we'll have a double shaded region, and that double shaded region is your solution to the system. And we're going to verify by picking points, okay? And we're going to check for the inequality symbol to see if it's a true statement or if it's a false statement, meaning it fails, okay? This is going to be the first system. Well, I'm sorry. This will be the second system. Okay. And then this will be, whoops, the third system. And then this is the assignment that will be the assignment. So this is lecture and assignment. Okay, here we go. So let's take the first line, right? So I'm taking this first inequality. Okay, my y-intercept is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's make sure I don't make mistakes like I did the last video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, plot that. My slope is -3, but it's really -3/1. So I'm going to go down 3, right 1. 1, 2, 3, right 1. Here we go. And okay, I'm going to go ahead and connect the plots, right? Because we have a line here, an inequality. This symbol is greater. Now it doesn't have the equal to. So that means it is a, well, it is dashed. Okay. So this is a dashed line. Okay, now I'm going to use purple for this line. So what's going to happen is I'm going to highlight that line purple so that we know it goes with this one. Okay, so I'm just going to, okay, so here's my line. It's purple, okay? So I'm just going to go over it. Okay, now I have to shade. It's greater. So again, here's the y-axis. Here's +25. Here's -25. Which one is greater? The +25. So I'm shading the part that moves into the more positive part of the axis, right? It shoots up. Had I shaded to the left or below, it would have activated more of the negative y numbers, and that's not what I want. Okay, so let's use a baby blue for the other line. Okay, so here's this one. Oh, it's like the same color as the graph grid. Okay, -2. -2. Oh, pen, duh, sorry. So here's my point. Okay, you don't, whoops, I'm sorry. You don't see it here, but remember, x is really 1x, which is really 1/1, right? So I'm going to go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, right? You could do as many points as you want. Okay, now, is it going to be solid or dashed? Well, this is less than or equal to, and that makes it solid. So I would have to... all right, I'm going to use my elbow. Oh, it didn't move. Okay. Okay, so there's that line, right? Okay, back to the blue. So this is the blue. So let me just, you can't even see it. I choose another color. Okay, now I want less than or equal to. So again, here's the y-axis. Which one is less than? If I shade above this line, I'm getting closer to +25. If I shade below this blue line, I'm going into -25. And so I want below because it is less than. Okay, now I should probably make this a little longer so it can kind of show. All right, there we go, better. Just because I made my grid so. I made it long in the negative y aspect. Okay, where's my solution to the system? This double region is my solution. That's it, right in here. Okay, how do you verify? You verify by picking points. So if I randomly pick a point, right, anywhere, so I'll grab one in the double region area and then in the non. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll pick this one. So this is 5, 0. Okay. And then I'll pick one over here. We'll go -1, 1. Okay. Okay, so you have to check both lines. So we'll check the 5, 0, and that's why it can actually, this checking can take a while. So, but you're gonna have to do this at least once for the test. So that's why we're gonna give you points. You'll see, I'll upload a PDF that I'll have you do in class, and then you'll see why I'm doing all this work. Okay, 5, 0. So let me check 5, 0. So this is X, this is Y. Okay, 0, -3, 5 plus 5, 0. This is -15 plus 5. 0 is greater than -10. True. So true, and it is in the double region. So it is true for the first line, but now I have to check the blue line. So it should be true for both. Okay, so now the other line, y is less than or equal to x minus 2. So again, I'm going to check 5, 0. So this is x, this is y. 0, 5 minus 2, 0 less than or equal to 3. Is 0 less than or equal to 3? True. And so if you pick a point in the double region, you're going to get that it's going to be true for both inequalities. Had I picked a line here, it would have been true for the purple, but it would have, it would have failed for the blue. If I would have picked a point here in the blue, it would have been true for the blue, but failed for the purple. This -1, 1 will fail for the purple and the blue. Okay, let's go to the other one, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and graph this. Y is equal to -x. Okay, not very much is written, but you should know -1x plus 0, right? That inequality is equivalent to that inequality. It's just, it has so many assumptions. Like for instance, the y-intercept is 0. Here's 0, right? That's our origin. Our slope is -1, right? But that's really -1 over 1. So that means I'm going to go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, right? Okay, now, is it solid or dash? I'll talk about this one. That one I just meant to be extra with all the writings. Okay, greater than, but it doesn't have that equal to bar, so it is dashed. And I think, let me just put a bunch of the points and I won't have to use a ruler. Okay. I made this graph really large. You don't have to make your graphs that big, okay? Okay, now, again, what happens if your line is given to you in standard form? Rewrite it into slope-intercept form. So you're going to take this -2x, jump the inequality, and because you move over the inequality, it's going to, instead of being a -2x, a positive 2x. So y is less than positive 2x plus 5. So then go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just double count and make sure I did that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now my slope is 2, so I'm going to go up 2, right 1. It's less than, oh, I didn't shade this one. Yeah, let me shade it before I get started. Okay, so y is greater. So if this is my dashed line, right, and again, this one will be purple. if this is positive 25 and this is negative 25, I want greater. So I'm going to shade above this line, but let me just highlight the line. Okay, so I'm shading. Okay, there we go. Okay, back to what we were doing. So now here we have the 5, right? Our slope is 2. Up to right 1, here it is a solid or dash? It is dashed. And so I'm not even using the ruler at this point. It's okay. Solid or dashed? Well, first let me color it, highlight it blue. Okay, barely see it. Okay, it is less than. So from this line, if I go up the y-axis, I'm going into positive 25. If I go down the axis, I go into negative 25. Which one is less? Negative 25 or positive 25? Negative 25. So I want to shade below. Should have used the calligraphy side. It would have been perfect. Okay. And so our double region is the solution. And so this is my double region answer. So this is the solution to the system. Okay. Okay, and how do you decide, right? Remember, we got 2 lines. Y is greater than negative x. And it's up to you, but we'll do the y is less than 2x plus 5. Pick a point here, you know, pick 0, 2. So 0, 2 sits in this solution region. So put it in. So y is 2, negative 0, and by the way, 0 is always positive. Is 2 greater than 0? True. Yes. So now plug it into this one as well. 2, 2, 0 plus 5, that's 0. Is 2 less than 5? Yes, that is a true statement. So when the point is in the double region, it will be a true statement for both inequalities. If you picked a point here, it would fail for the purple line, which is at minus 2x. Here, I just realized I didn't color code it. Yeah, like that calligraphy works so much better. Okay, I'll do one more example and then we'll get to the assignment. Okay. Okay, so here's the third example. Okay, y is less than or equal to negative 2x minus 1. So let's go ahead and graph that. Negative 1. My slope is negative 2x, which is down 2, right 1. And then I'll go more. Down 2, 1, 2, right 1, right? Okay, solid or dash, it is less than or equal to. So it is, whoops, why am I dashing it? I was looking at the other one. Here, let me. The ruler just makes it difficult, so, because I'm only one-handed. Okay, there we go. I just put a bunch of plots. Okay, again, we're going to do purple. So now how do we shade? Okay, so here's our line. So we're doing this one. Okay, y is less than or equal to negative 2x minus 1. Again, we want less. So if this is my y-axis, this is positive 25. This is negative 25. And so which one is less than? I want the negative 25. So, whoa, this one really colors. Okay. Okay, let's go into the other line. There's just an X here. So the last video covered horizontal and vertical lines. This is a vertical line. There is no Y there. So just find -4 on the X axis. So if this is my origin, this is -1, -2, -3, -4, right? My arm keeps sticking to the paper. Okay, so -1, -2, -3, -4. All right, dashed or solid? Dashed. So it's going to be a dashed. Yeah, look, it's okay. All right, blue now. Okay, so dashed. All right, so that's this line. All right, I want X is greater. Okay, so we're now focusing on the X axis. So this +25, -25, we're not looking at it. We're now looking at the X axis. So if I go to the right, this is +25. If I go to the left, that's -25. So if you look, you want X values that are greater than -4. And so I want +25 for the greater. So I'm going to shade here. And so my double region is the solution to the system, and that's here, all in here where you see the purple and the blue. So it's all in this region is your solution to the system. And again, prove it by grabbing a point. Whoops, not that side. Prove it by picking a point and checking with both lines. So if I was to pick, you know, -3, 0. And if I was to plug it in, right, this is X and Y, right? So, and I'm going to substitute it into both. Okay, so let me first do this one. So substitute. Is 0 less than 5? It is a true statement. So now check the other line. X is greater than -4. Now there's no Y here, so I'm not using that. I'm just going to grab the, I'm just going to grab the -3. So is -3 greater than -4? True. So because it's true for both inequalities, that tells you that the point is in the solution. It's in the solution region. So with inequalities, the solution is a region. It's not a specific point. Okay, so here we go. Here's the assignment. Hand draw your graphs, right? You don't have to make them as large as mine. Okay, so here you are. You're going to graph, you're going to shade, solid or dashed, shade up above, shade below. I got to know where your two regions are. Now, you cannot just submit a graph where only this is shaded and nothing else. I better see no shading, one shading, and double shading. I have to see the 3, okay? Solid or dash, so forth. Now, this is like what we did. This one is, here's a vertical and a horizontal line. So that one's really quick. This is a standard form. So just make sure you bring that 2x over, get into slope intercept form. So it would just be these two. The rest of them are all the same, okay? Okay, guys, have a great day.